Broadcasting Corporation, presently known as Global Satellite Technology Services Incorporated, and the Provincial Government of Davao del Norte, Representative Gonzales Aurelio, Alvarez Pantaleon, and Duhali.
To the Committee on Legislative Franchises.
House Bill number 3401, mandating all buses, trucks, and other heavy vehicles to undergo preventive maintenance with their respective companies and monthly inspections with the LTO, Representative Herrera.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 3402, integrating road safety education in the curriculum of basic education program, Representative Lim.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 3403, prohibiting the use of cellular phones and similar digital devices during classes, Representative Salceda.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture, and to the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill number 3404, providing for the modernization of fire protection, Representative Salceda.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety.
House Bill number 3405, creating the province of Maguindanao North, Representative Magundadato.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 3406, imposing a limit to the number of hours an employee can work and be made to work overtime, Representative Lacson Noel.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 3407, exempting senior citizens from the payment of parking fees and all commercial establishment and government buildings that charge parking fees, Representative Olivares.
To the Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill number 3408, exempting PWD and senior citizens from the payment of travel tax, Representative Olivares.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Bill number 3409, establishing the Office of Judiciary Marshals, Representative Biason.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill number 3410, adjusting the salary of civilian personnel in the government, Representative Nograles Jericho.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill number 3411, mandating the use of mounted dashboard video camera in all government service vehicles and PUVs, Representative Crisologo.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 3412, promoting integrated urban agriculture in urban areas nationwide to address food security, Representative Benitez.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill number 3413, amending certain provisions of RA number 9372, Representative Tulfo, Yap Eric, and Taduran.
To the Committee on Public Order and Safety and the Committee on National Defense and Security.
House Bill number 3414, establishing a farmer-government partnership, Representative D. Faustino Michael.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill number 3415, providing for an automatic annual adjustment of the centenarian gift, Representative Zamora Ronaldo.
To the Committee on Senior Citizens.
House Bill number 3416, declaring February 24 of every year a special non-working holiday in Zamboanga, Sibugay Province in commemoration of its founding anniversary to be known as Araw ng Sibugay, Representative Palma.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill numbers 3417 and 3419, converting certain roads in national roads in the province of Lanao del Sur, Representative Adjong.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 3418, providing for monetary compensation for the loss or destruction of residential and commercial properties during the Marawi siege in the city of Marawi, province of Lanao del Sur, Representative Adjong.
To the Committee on Disaster Management.
House Bill number 3420, providing for the direct remittance of the host local government of its 40% share of the proceeds derived from the utilization and development of national wealth, Representative Matugas.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 3421, amending pertinent laws on retirement benefits and pension of uniformed personnel in the uniformed services, Representative Matugas.
To the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization and the Committee on National Defense and Security.
House Bill number 3422, banning the importation of solid waste, Representative Chipeco.
To the Committee on Ecology.
House Bill number 3423, establishing a national energy policy and regulatory framework for facilities utilizing waste-to-energy technologies, Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Energy.
House Bill number 3424, strengthening the regulation of social welfare and development agencies, Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Social Services.
House Bill number 3425, protecting the rights of refugees and stateless persons, Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill number 3426 requiring the installation of carbon monoxide detectors in school buildings. Representative Vargas.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 3427 establishing a drug rehabilitation center in the island municipalities of President C.P. Garcia in the 2nd District of Bohol and every province in the country. Representative Umantado.
To the Committee on Dangerous Drugs.
House Bill number 3428 strengthening the political party system. Representative Macapagal Arroyo.
To the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms.
House Bill number 3429 and 3430 converting sitios in the barangay in the province of Pampanga. Representative Macapagal Arroyo.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 3431 reducing the cost of electricity for national government offices by promoting the development and utilization of solar energy in all government buildings and offices. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Energy.
House Bill number 3432 providing for a national employment assistance program. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Labor and Employment.
House Bill number 3433 strengthening the utilization of ICT in all public elementary schools. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 3434 expediting the titling of lands awarded under the Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Agrarian Reform.
House Bill number 3435 providing for a 10,000 across-the-board increase in the basic monthly salary of all public elementary and secondary teachers. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill number 3436 adjusting the salary schedule of civilian personnel in the government. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
House Bill number 3437 prioritizing the agricultural sector in the grant of loans by the Land Bank of the Philippines. Representative Santos
To the
Recto.
Committee on Banks and Financial Intermediaries.
House Bill number 3438 creating the District Engineering Office in the 6th District of Batangas Province. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 3439 upgrading the Lipas City Hospital into a secondary level hospital and increasing bed capacity for general care services from 100 to 200. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Health.
House Bill number 3440 creating the Department of Overseas Filipino Workers. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Government Reorganization and the Committee on Overseas Workers Affairs.
House Bill number 3441 declaring July 27 of every year as a special non-working holiday in commemoration of the founding anniversary of the Iglesia Ni Cristo in the Philippines. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill number 3442 requiring all public elementary and secondary schools to prepare and implement a land use development and infrastructure plan. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 3443 providing social security benefits for barangay officials and volunteer workers. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 3444 excluding 13th month pay from the computation of taxable income. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill number 3445 providing medical scholarship to qualified students in all municipalities. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Higher and Technical Education.
House Bill number 3446 allowing the use of motorcycles as PUVs. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Transportation.
House Bill number 3447 strengthening local government participation in national development by increasing the share of LGUs in the national internal revenue taxes. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Local Government.
House Bill number 3448 establishing the National Maricultural Program. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill number 3449 institutionalizing the grant of a teaching supplies allowance for public school teachers. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Basic Education and Culture.
House Bill number 3450 providing for the construction of a multipurpose gym in all municipalities and cities to serve as an evacuation center during times of calamity and disaster. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Disaster Management.
House Bill number 3451 authorizing the grant of full corp insurance coverage to qualified beneficiary of the CARP. Representative Santos Recto.
To the Committee on Agriculture and Food.
House Bill number 3452, providing for the construction of a memorial for the victims of the Super Typhoon Yolanda in Tacloban City. Representative Colyamat, Zarate, and Gaite.
To the Committee on Public Works and Highways.
House Bill number 3453, prohibiting and penalizing the deputization of any unit of the AFP and or any of its paramilitary groups for law enforcement duties in labor and agrarian disputes. Representative Colyamat, Zarate, and Gaite.
To the Committee on National Defense and Security.
House Bill number 3454, classifying the sale and importation of drugs and medicines prescribed for medical disorders, therefore, as value-added tax-exempt transactions. Representative Gaite, Zarate, and Colyamat.
To the Committee on Ways and Means.
House Bill number 3455, decriminalizing libel. Representative Zarate, Gaite, Colyamat.
To the Committee on Revision of Laws.
House Bill number 3456, defining strategic lawsuits against public participation by Representatives Colyamat, Zarate, and Gaite.
To the Committee on Justice.
House Bill number 3457, amending sections 3, 4, 6, and 7 of RA number 9006. Representative Zubiri.
To the Committee on Suffrage and Electoral Reforms.
House Bill number 3459, creating the Department of Disaster Resilience. Representative Velasco.
To the Committee on Government Reorganization and the Committee on Disaster Management.
House Bill number 3460, establishing National Wetland Policy. Representative Hataman and Sangkopan.
To the Committee on Natural Resources.
Resolutions. House Resolution 189, urging the Committees on Good Government and Public Accountability and Games and Amusements to inquire into the existence of massive corruption in the PCSO, including all gaming activities operated, licensed, and franchised by it. Representative Velasco.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 190, urging the Committee on Ecology to inquire into the implementation of the Bamboo Livelihood Program in relation to the government's National Greening Program. Representative Velasco.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 191, urging the DOT and the National Commission for Culture and the Arts to identify Marinduque as one of the and only home of the Mariones Festival in the Philippines. Representative Velasco.
To the Committee on Tourism.
House Resolution 192, directing the Committee on Agriculture and Food to investigate on the status of proliferation of important canned pork meats and processed pork products in the Philippines from countries affected by the African swine fever. Representative Heron.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Resolution 193, directing the Committee on Agriculture and Food to inquire in order to determine the preparedness of the government of the Philippines and attached agencies concerned against African swine fever. Representative Heron.
To the Committee on Rules.
House Joint Resolution number 7, urgently authorizing honorarium for the members of the SK. Representative Ilago.
To the Committee on Local Government.
Communications. Letters dated May 24, 2019 of Attorney Roy L. Unsan, Director 4, Regional Director, COA, Region 9, furnishing the House copies of the AARs of Compostela Valley State Colleges and Compostela Valley and Davao del Norte State Colleges in Davao del Norte for the year end December 31, 2017.
To the Committee on Appropriations.
Letter dated 30 July 2018 of Agnes de Venadera, Chairperson and CEO, ERC, submitting to the House the 2017 Annual Report in compliance with Section 43 of RA 91336.
To the Committee on Energy.
Letter dated August 6, 2018 of Eduardo Año, Officer in Charge, DILG, furnishing the House the Department's 2017 Annual Report.
To the Committee on Local Government.
Letter dated August 9, 2018 of Fortunato de la Peña, Secretary, DOST, furnishing the House a copy of the 2016 and 2017 DOST performance reports.
To the Committee on Science and Technology.
Letter dated August 16, 2018 of Attorney Arlene Dada Arnaldo, DSG, for the Committee Affairs, House of Representatives, on Common Legislative Priorities of Congress of the Philippines and the LEDAC approved Common Legislative Agenda.
To the Committee on Rules.
Letter dated September 14, 2018 of Anthony Almeda, President and CEO, NGCP, submitting to the House the NGCP 2017 Performance Highlights.
To the Committee on Energy.
Letter dated October 2, 2018 of Emmanuel F. Piñol, Secretary, DA, submitting to the House the AAPSI on consolidated AARs of August 24, 2018.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Letters dated October 8, 2018 of Timoteo Pacleb, Police Superintendent, Regional Director, PNP, submitting to the House the detailed accomplishment in the utilization of confidential and counterintelligence and the detailed accomplishments in the utilization of additional confidential and counterintelligence fund, third quarter 2018 of the Regional Office Number 10.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Letter dated October 15, 2018 of Agnes de Venadera, Chairperson and CEO, ERC, furnishing the House their accomplishment report for the third quarter of July to September 2018.
to the Committee on Energy,
Letter dated October 18, 2018 of Ramon Del Rosario, President, Justice, CTA, submitting to the House the quarterly financial and physical accomplishment reports of the CTA for the third quarter ending in September 30, 2018.
to the Committee on Justice,
Letter dated December 18, 2018 of Sara Gutierrez Cayana, ED, Philippine Council for Agriculture and Fisheries, furnishing the House a copy of the book entitled A Rapid Assessment of Agriculture and Fisheries Modernization Act, Phase 1 Evaluation.
to the Committee on Agriculture and Food and the Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries Resources,
Letter dated January 10, 2019 of Attorney Rufino Margate, Junior Secretary General, Federation of Philippine Industries Incorporated, furnishing the House a copy of the FPI Annual Report for 2017-2018.
to the Committee on Trade and Industry,
Letter dated January 23, 2019 of General Ricardo Visaya, Administrator NAIA, furnishing the House a copy of the book entitled Agricultural Abundance, the Third Year Journey of CARP IC.
to the Committee on Agriculture and Food,
Letter dated January 25, 2019 of Cesar Ardulay, Commissioner, Internal Revenue, BIR, forwarding the House the budget and financial accountability reports as of December 31, 2018.
to the Committee on Ways and Means,
Letter dated January 29, 2019 of Attorney Guillermo Asido, Administrator, Intramuros Administration, transmitting to the House the financial reports of the Intramuros Administration for the year ending December 31, 2018.
to the Committee on Local Government,
Letter dated January 21, 2019 of Bernadette Gloria, OIC, Audit Team Leader, COA, Regional Office Number 7, furnishing the House a copy of audit report of various water districts in Region 7.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Letter dated February 19, 2019 of Mario Lipana, Director 3, Officer in Charge, COA, Regional Office Number 4A, furnishing a copy of the 2017 and prior years AARs of various water districts.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Letter dated January 21, 2019 of Maria E. Lim, State Auditor 5, Supervising Auditor, Office of the Supervising Auditor, COA, Regional Office Number 6, Angka 1, Pavia, Iloilo, furnishing the House of the 2013-2019 AARs of various water districts.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Letter dated June 21, 2019 of Arnel Patatag, Attorney 4, OIC Team Leader, Office of the Auditor, COA, Mactan, Cebu International Airport Authority, Lapu-Lapu City, furnishing the House a copy of the 2018 AAR Mactan, Cebu International Airport Authority.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Letter dated June 24, 2019 of Ernesto Pernia, Secretary NEDA, submitting to the House a copy of the NEDA Secretariat's report on the calendar year 2018 ODA Portfolio Review.
to the Committee on Economic Affairs,
Letter dated June 26, 2019 of Attorney Dante Guerran, Director, NBIDOJ Manila, submitting to the House a copy of accomplishment report for the period covering April to May 2019 in the use of confidential funds.
to the Committee on Justice,
Letter dated June 28, 2019 of Yusek Ricardo B. Halad, Administrator, Office of the Civil Defense, DND, furning the House a copy of the APPSI for calendar year 2018.
to the Committee on National Defense and Security,
Letter dated July 2, 2019 of Attorney Eden Rafanan, Regional Director, COA, CAR, La Trinidad Benguet, furnishing the House with a copy each of the 2018 AARs of various SUCs.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Letter dated July 2, 2019 of Marcia Ruero, State Auditor 4, Audit Team Leader, COA, Audit Report Groups, SUCs, and other NGCs, standalone agencies, Audit Team number R503, furnishing the House with a copy of the AAR on the Central Bicol State University of Agriculture, Pili, Camarines Sur, for the year ended December 31, 2018.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Letter dated July 3, 2019 of Michael G. Aguinaldo, Chairperson COA, furnishing the House with a copy of the accomplishment report for the second quarter of 2019 confidential activities of the
to
Commission.
the Committee on Appropriations,
Printed copy of the electronic mail dated July 4, 2019 of the officials of NEA submitting their fund utilization reports for the first and second quarters of
to the
2019.
Committee on Appropriations,
Printed copies of electronic mail dated July 8, 2019 of the Local Finance Committee, Province of Dinagat Islands, submitting the quarterly financial reports on operations for the quarter ending March to June 2019 on the CMGP to provinces for road repair, rehabilitation, and improvement as attested by Glenda B. Ecleo, Provincial
to
Governor.
the Committee on Appropriations,
Letter dated July 8, 2019 of Jose Favia, Commissioner, Officer in Charge, Office of the Chairperson, COA, furnishing the House the calendar year 2017 to 2018 AAR's management letters for various GOCCs in the National Capital Region.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Quarterly fiscal report of operations for the quarter ending June 30, 2019 from the DILG Dinagat Islands on the LGSF CMGP to provinces for road repair, rehabilitation, and improvement attested by Aimee Jimeno, DVM Provincial Administrator as designated.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Accomplishment report of the Bureau of Customs from April to June 2019.
to the Committee on Ways and Means,
Letter dated July 19, 2019 of Jose Calida, Solicitor General OSG, submitting to the House the OSG's APPSI of the audit observations and recommendations for calendar year 2018.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
2018 annual audit report on various SUCs, water districts, and other CGS standalone agencies.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Annual audit reports of various agencies.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Calendar year 2018 third quarter report of NIA on the CARP, IC, and MINSAAD project.
to the Committee on Agriculture and Food,
Report on fund utilization and status of program project implementation for the quarter ended fourth quarter 2018 of Mabitak, Laguna on the LGSF.
to the Committee on Appropriations,
Letters dated July 25, 2019 of Salvador C. Medialdia, Executive Secretary, Office of the President, Malacanang, transmitting two original copies of Republic Act numbers 11346 to 11356, which were signed on even date by President Rodrigo Roa Duterte.
to the Archives. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, before we call the roll, I'd like to recognize the guests of our Honorable Speaker, Speaker Cayetano, Mayor Max Senyo of Upo, Misamis Oriental, Mayor Max Senyo, Councilors J. Bago, Felix Berto, Macasarte Jr., Danilo Datoy, Tachi Ortigoza, Guillermo Actub II, Elizabeth Tangub II, and Dante Roble.
Will the guests of the Speaker please rise? Thank you for your visit. Welcome to the House of Representatives.
I'd also like to greet the guests of the Honorable Saulog, Kalinga Party List. The following are Kalinga Regional Volunteer Leaders. They are Marisa Bernales, Jim Bigalbal, Mie Ventura, Dick Montemayor, Pepito Villoria, Eva Altura, Annalyn De La Torre, Bing Garabillo, Ray Bernales, Ruben Ventura, Rene Fremista, Evan Montemayor, Vic Altura, Lito De La Torre, Jaime Garabillo, and Chris Enriquez, Mr. Speaker.
We thank the visitors of Kalinga Party List for their visit. Welcome to the House of Representatives.
Mr.
Majority
Speaker,
Leader.
this reminders to the members of the House because these matters were raised to the leadership of the Rules Committee regarding two provisions of our rules which have not been followed to the letter and which will serve as a reminder to all members. These are Section 94 and Section 157 of our rules. Section 94 reads, conduct and attire during sessions and committee meetings. Members shall wear proper attire, which is barong Filipino or coat and tie for men, coat and tie, Mr. Speaker, for men, and Filipina dress or business suit for women, and observe proper decorum during sessions and committee meetings. During Mondays, female members are encouraged to wear Filipino dress, and male members are encouraged to wear barong Filipino. Mr. Speaker, it has also been practiced that those who do not wear the proper attire shall be marked absent. If they do not wear a tie with their suits, they will be marked absent, or if they do not wear the proper barong Tagalog or barong Filipino, they shall be marked absent. Going to Section 157, Mr. Speaker, use of session hall, conference rooms, and lounges and lobbies. We will go to a provision of Section 157 which reads, the South Lounge shall be for the exclusive use, shall be for exclusive use of members. The North Lounge may be used by the members and their guests upon approval by the Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there has been a blatant violation of this rule. We are now 299 members in our roster, and considering that many of our members or many persons insist on using the lounge, it works to the detriment of our members. So we are instructing, may we ask the Speaker to instruct the Secretary General, the Sergeant at Arms, to remove any person who enters the lounge without permission of the Speaker directly or in violation of these rules. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
The Sergeant at Arms is therefore directed as the Majority Floor Leader has been directed. We thank the Majority Floor Leader for his reminder to all of the House members, and the members of the House of Representatives are requested to please be guided accordingly. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move to call the roll of the members.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. The motion is approved, and the Secretary General is directed to read the roll of members.
Roll call of members. Honorable Representatives. Abante. Baya. Bellanosa. Abu. Abueg Saldivar. Abunda. Acop. Acosta. Acosta Alba. Jong. Advincula. Agabas. Agaraw. Aglipay, Albano Antonio, Albano Rodolfo, Almario, Alonte, Alvarez Franz, Alvarez Genaro, Alvarez Pantaleon, Amante Matba, Amatong, Andaya, Angara, Aragones, Arbison, Arenas, Arroyo, Atienza, Mentado, Babasa, Bagatsing, Bainto Aguinaldo, Balindong, Barba, Barbers, Baronda, Barzaga, Baskug, Bautista, Bautista Bandigan, Belmonte, Benitez, Bernos, Biason, Billones, Biron, Bolilla, Bondok, Bordado, Bravo, Rosas, Bulot, Bustos, Kabatbat, Kabochan, Cabredo, Cagas, Calderon, Calixto, Caminero, Campos, Canama, Kawagdan, Cari, Castelo, Castro Franz, Castro Fredinil, Cayetano Alan Peter Compañero, Cayetano Marial de Arni, Celeste, Chato, Chipeco, Chungalao, Co Angelica, Co Elizalde, Juanco, Collantes, Crisólogo, Cuba, Cuaresma, Cueva, Culyamat, Dagook, Dalipe, Dalog, Daza, De Jesus, De Venecia, Defensor Lawrence, Defensor Michael, Del Mar, De Los Santos, De Los Montalia, Demoporo Abdullah, Demoporo Muhammad Khalid, Duavit, Duhali, Duterte, Di Faustino Ino, Di Faustino Michael, Di Ian, Ebcas, Ecleo, Elago, Enverga, Erice, Erigel, Ermita Buhain, Escudero, Espina, Espino, Estrella, Fariñas Ria, Fariñas Rudy Cesar, Fernandez, Fernando, Fer Juliet, Fer Luis, Flores, Fong Juan, Fortun, Fortuno, Frasco, Fuentebella, Gaite, Garbin, Garcia Jose Enrique, Garcia Pablo John, Garcia Vincent, Garin Janet, Garin Sharon, Gasataya, Gatchalian, Gato, Heron, Go Ed, Go Mark, Gonzaga, Gonzales Aurelio, Gonzales Neptali, Gonzales Carlo, Groseta, Guico, Gullas, Guya, Haresco, Hataman, Hernandez, Herrera D, Hofer, Halushos, Javier, Jimenez, Ko Elisa, Ko Wilton, Kong Hun, Labad-Labad, Lacson, Lacson Noel, Lagman, Lagon, Lara, Lasatin, Liachon, Legarda, Lim, Lim Kaichong, Lopez, Doyola, Macapagal Arroyo, Maceda, Madrona, Malapitan, Mangawang, Magundadato, Marcoleta, Mariano Hernandez, Marino, Marquez, Martinez, Matba, Matugas, Mendoza, Momo, Natividad Naganyo, Nava, Nieto, Noel, Nograles Jericho, Nograles Juan, Nolasco, Nunez Malañaon, Ominal, Olivares, Ong Jose, Ong Ronnie, Ortega, Uwano Dizon, Pacquiao Alberto, Pacquiao Rogelio, Padjernos, Paduano, Palma, Pancho, Panotes, Peña, Chay, Pimentel, Pineda, Plaza, Puno, Kimbo, Radaza, Ramirez Ato, Ramos, Remulla, Revilla, Reyes, Rivera, Robes, Rodriguez, Roman, Romero, Romualdez Ferdinand, Romualdez Sieda, Romualdo, Romulo, Roque, Sakdalan, Sagarbaria, Sakaluran, Salceda, Salimbangon, Salo, Sanchez, Sancopan, Santos Recto, Sarmento, Saulug, Savillano, Xiao, Silverio, Singson, Singson Mihan, Sinsuat, Swansing Estrelita, Swansing Horacio, Suarez Aleta, Suarez David, Suntay, C. Alvarado, Kaduran, Talyado, Tambunting, Tan Alisa, Tan Angelina, Tan Shamir, Tan Shari, Tan Tambut, Tihada, Teves Arnulfo, Teves Jose, Tiangco, Tolentino, Torres Gomez, Tulfo, Tupas, Chutor, T, Umali Alfonso, Umali Maria Victoria, Unabia, Ungab, Uy Juliet, Uy Rolando, Valeriano, Valmayor, Vargas, Vargas Alfonso, Velasco, Veloso, Vergara, Villa, Villafuerte, Villanueva Eduardo, Villanueva Noel, Villar, Villaraza Suarez, Villarica, Yolago, Yap Eric, Yap Victor, Yu, Zamora Ronaldo, Zamora Waikarat, Zarate, Zubiri. The speaker is present. Mr. Speaker, the roll call shows that 245 members responded to the call.
With 245 members responding to the call, the chair declares the presence of a quorum. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to greet the guests of the Honorable Ching Veloso and Honorable Rufus Rodriguez, Councilor Saitaro Misawa of Japan, Mitsuo Yamashita, and Lina Yamashita.
We welcome the guests from Japan. Welcome to the House of Representatives. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, by leave of the House, I move that we open the privilege hour.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Privilege hour is open.
Mr. Speaker, the first to avail of the privilege hour is the Honorable Lito Atienza of Party List Buhay.
The Honorable Lito Atienza of the Party List Buhay is recognized for his privileged speech.
Salamat po, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Majority Floor Leader. We just would like to manifest on the floor a very important message. One of congratulatory and compliments both for the House leadership for implementing the rules now very, very effectively, as this will guarantee our productivity of the 18th Congress. More important, Mr. Speaker, yesterday, the Supreme Court decided on a vote of 14-0, a unanimous vote to support our move to penalize the two water concessionaires now exclusively distributing water in Metro Manila and surrounding. I'm talking about Manila Water and Maynilad Water. Alam po ninyo, noong 2009, nag-file po ang Department of Environment and Natural Resources ng penalty. Nagbigay po ng penalty, nagpataw ng penalty dito sa dalawang water concessionaires na ito. Dalawang pinakamalaking korporasyon sa ating bansa. Giant corporations, and I would call economic oligarchy. Sila po ang namamahala ng tubig sa ating lahat. Subalit, noong 2009, napag-alaman namin na sila ay hindi tumutupad sa Clean Water Act at hindi rin sila tumutupad sa kanilang kontrata sa gobyerno na bubuo sila ng wastewater treatment facilities in exchange for their exclusive rights to distribute water to all of us. Dahilan nito, Mr. Speaker, ang tubig natin sa ating mga tahanan, yung ating mga Poso Negro, ay tuloy-tuloy po ang daloy niyan sa Manila Bay, sa Laguna de Bay, sa Pasig River, at mga karatig ilog dito po sa ating Metro Manila area. Hindi po nila tinupad ang kanilang tungkulin, samantalang kinokolektahan tayong lahat, buwan-buwan, ng pera, hard-earned money of the citizens who are not given the service that they should have been given from 1997. Pinatawan po namin sila ng penalty of 200,000 a day of non-compliance and continuing until they provide the wastewater treatment facilities that is part and parcel of their exclusive contract to distribute water to all of us. Matagal na panahon po nagdaan. Ayaw pong sumunod ng dalawang korporasyon. Kinontes yung aming order sa lower court. Natalo po sila. Pinanig sa Court of Appeals, natalo sila. Pinanig sa Korte Suprema, matagal na panahon na sinuri ng ating mga maestrado itong isyong ito. Kahapon lang lumabas ang desisyon, but on a unanimous vote, the Supreme Court penalizes now the two water concessionaires almost 2 billion pesos. 2 billion pesos. Kasama na po ang MWSS as the regulator that has not done anything to implement and enforce the law and the contract that these corporations are enjoying. Kung bibilangin po natin ang nakolekta ng salapi sa atin lahat, ay palagay ko po ay bilyon-bilyong piso talaga aabutin to. For 22 years now, they have been collecting money from us on a monthly basis. 20% of our water bill actually should be going to the construction of wastewater treatment facilities. But they have failed miserably on this commitment. But with the Supreme Court decision now, this is justice for the Filipino, justice for the common man, justice for the water consumers who are dependent on Manila water and Maynilad water. Wala po tayong pagkukunan ng tubig kundi sa kanila. At sila ay mayroong commitment sa kanilang kontrata, lilinisin ang ating Poso Negro, yung tubig na galing po sa ating mga palikurang bayan at sa mga commercial establishments, dapat nililinis sila bago ito'y pakawalan sa Ilog Pasig at sa Manila Bay. Ngayon, napipinto na naman ang paglilinis ng Manila Bay. Pinopondohan po ng gobyerno ng 42 billion. Pero hindi po malilinis yan kung hindi po talaga pupwersahing magbigay at bumuo ng wastewater treatment facilities. Only yesterday did we get an answer from the Supreme Court. And this is exceptional. This is a landmark decision that the very rich of our nation are now being penalized. Binibigyan sila ngayon ng penalty of 970 million per company. And MWSS is also penalized similarly for failing in their task and their responsibilities. Ito po ay napapanahon kapagkat kailangan ng tubig ay ating patuloy na pakinabangan. Hindi po natin magagamit ang tubig kung ito'y hindi lilinisin panggagaling sa ating mga toilet at sa ating Poso Negro. Itong dalawang kumpanyang ito ang inaasahan ng batas, hindi po nila tinutupad hanggang ngayon. Kaya ito po ay panawagan sa lahat ng mga miyembro. Tulungan natin ang ating sarili. Let us help ourselves to protect the abuses, against the abuses of big and rich people and corporations who amass billions of pesos without rendering their part of the bargain. Pinasasalamatan ko ang mga miyembro ng ating Kongreso katulad po nila Congresswoman Bernadette Herrera D. sapagkat sinamahan niya ang inyong lingkod sa aming pakikipaglaban, pilitin ang dalawang korporasyon magbigay ng kanilang obligasyon para sa ating bansa. Binabati ko rin po si Congresswoman Swan Singh sapagkat siya ay patuloy na nanawagan sa ating gobyerno na proteksyonan ang Manila Bay at ito'y pangalagaan sapagkat ito ang yaman ng ating bansa na magbibigay ng kaunlaran sa ating lahat. I urge everyone to do the same. Let us support the Department of Environment and Natural Resources in their efforts to enforce the law. Technically, ang tubig natin ay dapat galing sa ating mga tahanan, iikot lamang sa proseso, ito'y maaari na nating inumin muli. Subalit kung hindi gagawin ng Manila Water at Maynilad Water ang kanilang kontrata, hindi po mangyayari yan kailanman. Hong Kong, Singapore, even Cambodia already are cleaning their wastewater. The Philippines, we were once ahead, way ahead of development and providing our people the kind of resources that we need. We have an abundance of fresh water in the Philippines. We get something like 144 billion cubic meters of fresh water every year. Ang ginagamit lang po natin dyan ay wala pa pong 25 billion cubic meters of water. Yung iba ay sinasayang na natin due to graft and corruption where flood control projects are not done properly and instead going into the pockets of those who sponsor this. Kaya ito po ay panawagan at pagbati. Ang Korte Suprema natin ay gumagalaw na. And they will continue to penalize these two corporations if they do not comply. They have been given a warning, they have to pay up within 15 days. Otherwise, they will be charged an additional 10% every 2 years. Itong klaseng uri ng pagpapatupad ng batas ang kailangan natin because we do our best in the chamber. We will pass all the laws that we think will help the nation. If these are not enforced and implemented, they will come to nothing like water flowing into the canal and into the streets during heavy rains. Ito po ang panawagan ng inyong lingkod at aming binabati ang lahat. Ang Korte Suprema lalo-lalo na for voting 14-0. Ni isa walang kumating sa kanila. Lahat ay sumuporta sa panawagan ng DENR. Andito po ang mga naglingkod sa DENR. Andito po si Congressman Mike Defensor. Masipag. Ginawa ang kanyang tungkulin, pero hindi po sinunod ng mga inutusan niya. Ang inyong lingkod, naglingkod, inutusan namin, binigyan namin ng penalty, hindi po gumawa ng tama. Nilabanan pa kami sa korte. Subalit, as of yesterday, we are proudly saying, justice has prevailed. Juan de la Cruz has been given his share of our natural wealth through proper interpretation of our laws and implementation of the same. Kaya ang ating Korte Suprema ay ating itinatanghal sa pinakamataas na pananaw ng taong bayan. And we look forward to the continuation of this case kapagkat yung kinolekta nilang pera from all of us for 22 years ay hinihingi namin isoli ninyo sa mga mamamayan sapagkat yan ay ginamit ninyo sa ibang paraan at hindi sa pagbibigay ng paglilinis ng ating tubig na nanggagaling sa ating tahanan. Nawawalan pa tayo ng tubig sa gripo, nawawala po ang tubig sa Metro Manila dahil hindi nila ginaganap ang kanilang tungkulin. But with this landmark decision of the Supreme Court of the land, we are very sure they will be more careful in doing their part of the contract. Yung water concession contract ay pinare-review na ng ating Pangulo. Darating din ang araw ng pagtutuos. Kung kinakailangan kansilahin ito, tayo sa Kongreso ang maaaring magkansila nito kung mamarapatin natin at kung hindi nila tutuparin hanggang ngayon yung kanilang tungkulin. They have been ordered they should follow. If they fail, we cancel the contract and let other companies handle the distribution and not these two companies who have failed in their tasks. The certainty of punishment is the best deterrent to the commission of a crime. Yan po ang panawagan ng inyong lingkod. Tingnan natin ang pagpapatupad ng ating batas at kung huhulihin natin ang mga may sala. Kung mahuhuli at sila po'y mapipinalize, hindi na po gagawa ng masama ang sino mang Pilipino. Lalo't lalo na ang mga may kapangyarihan, may yaman at nagaharing uri dito sa ating bansa ngayon. We call on everyone to take note of this decision because this should rule our nation in the coming years to provide a better life for our people. Nilikha tayo hindi upang maghirap, kundi upang tayong lahat ay magtamasa sa tunay na halaga ng buhay. Yan po ang dapat natin pagtulong-tulungan. Patupad lamang natin ang mga batas na dumadaan dito sa atin. Pinag-uusapan natin, pinagdidibatihan natin, subalit hindi pinatutupad ng mga may kapangyarihan. With this decision, it has been proven, Mr. Speaker, the law prevails and we should all follow. Thank you.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the speech of the Honorable Atienza to the Committee on Rules for its appropriate action. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The Chair hears none. Motion is approved and the privileged speech of the Honorable Atienza is referred to the Committee on Rules. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move we recognize the Honorable Sara Elago from Party List Kabataan.
The Honorable Sarah Jane Elago of the Party List Kabataan is hereby recognized for her privileged speech.
Maraming salamat, Ginoong tagapagsalita ng lupon ng mga kinatawan. Ang buwan ng Agosto ay buwan ng wikang pambansa. At sa susunod ho na linggo, sa Lunes, 12 ng Agosto, atin ding ginugunita ang pandaigdigang araw ng mga kabataan o International Youth Day. Bago ang lahat, nais kong batiin ang ating mga kapwa mambabatas na nakiisa sa representasyon ng kabataan sa pagbati sa mga kabataan sa buong mundo ng Happy International Youth Day. Ang International Youth Day po para sa taong 2019 ay may tema na Transforming Education. Ito po ay magbibigay ngayon ng focus sa lahat ng mga efforts, lahat ng mga inisyatiba, mga reforma na may kinalaman sa pagpapaunlad ng sektor at ng sistema ng edukasyon. At gayon din, ito po ay titingin doon sa kalagayan ng buong academic community. Ang ating mga university at school officials, ang mga faculty, ang mga estudyante at mga non-teaching personnel po sa ating mga lugar kung saan po natututo ang ating mga bata at ang kabataan. Hinggil naman sa buwan ng wikang pambansa, para sa taong ito, ang tema ay wikang katutubo tungo sa isang bansang Pilipino. Sa kasalukuyan, sa pagdiriwang ng IYD 2019 at buwan ng wikang pambansa, meron po tayo ngayong nagaganap na State of the Youth Address Forum sa Belmonte Hall. Dito po natipon ang mga student and youth council leaders mula sa mga eskwelahan, mula sa mga komunidad. Agayon din po, naririto ang mga bata nating mga public servants, mga local youth development councils na para tignan at gawing pinal iyong priority legislative agenda para sa mga kabataan. Hindi lamang para sa usapin ng edukasyon, hindi lamang para sa usapin ng wikang pambansa, kundi sa pangkalahatan na kagalingan ng mga bata at ng mga kabataan na siyang kinabukasan ng ating bansa. Sang-ayon sa Komisyon ng Wikang Filipino, ang punong tagapamahala ng naturang pagdiriwang sa buong bansa. Ang napiling tema po na wikang katutubo tungo sa isang bansang Pilipino ay siyang pakikiisa na rin ng ating bansang Pilipinas sa proklamasyon ng UNESCO para sa taong ito bilang International Year of Indigenous Language. Ang mga paggunita nito, ang mga days of of observance na ito ay napakahalaga upang maikintal din at mapatimo sa ating mga kabataan na napakaraming mga espasyo ng paglilingkod kung saan nila maaaring ialay ang kanilang talino, ang kanilang oras, minsan po ang kanilang kulit, no, para magsilbi sa ating bayan at makipagtulungan sa ating mga lingkod bayan at sa kapulungan na ito. Kaya naman, Ginoong Speaker, tinatawagan ang lahat ng mga kabataan sa kanilang mga eskwelahan at mga komunidad na maglunsad ng mga iba't ibang forma ng aktibidad at pagkilala sa kahalagahan ng buwan ng wikang pambansa, ng International Year of Indigenous Languages at ng International Youth Day, sang-ayon na rin dun sa 4 na lingguhang tema na naitakda ng Komisyon ng Wikang Filipino. Sa unang linggo, ang tema ay Ako at ang Katutubong Wika Ko. Pangalawang linggo, Pagbasa at Paglaya, pagpapalusog ng mga katutubong panitikan at kaalamang bayan. Pangatlo, Sari Kultura, multilingualismo at pag-uugnayan para sa isang bansang Filipino. At panghuli, sa huling linggo ng Agosto, ang pangangalaga sa mga katutubong wika, pangangalaga sa bansang Filipino. Sa atas ng konstitusyon, Ginoong Speaker, inihahayag dito na patakaran ng pamahalaan na tiyakin at itaguyod ang ebolusyon, pagpapaunlad at pagpapayaman pa ng Filipino na wikang bansa ng Pilipinas, batay sa umiiral na mga wika ng Pilipinas at iba pang mga wika. Tungo rito, ang pamahalaan ay gagawa ng kinakailangang mga hakbang upang maisakatuparan ang mga naturang patakaran. Mr. Speaker at mga kapwa mambabatas, higit sa pagdiriwang at paggunitang ito, kinakailangan ring matiyak ang tuloy-tuloy na pagpapaunlad sa Filipino bilang pambansang wika at sa lahat ng mga wikang katutubo sa ating bansa. Nararapat na may substansyal na laang gugugulin para rito. At ang mga patakaran ng mga ahensya, lalo na ang mga pangunahing patupad natin sa sektor ng edukasyon, ang Department of Education at ang Commission on Higher Education. Ngunit sa paglabas ng CHED Memorandum Order No. 20, ito po ay nailabas noong taong 2013, binabalangkas sa relatibong bago pa na General Education Curriculum ang pagsasantabi sa pagturo ng Filipino at panitikan bilang required subject sa kolehiyo. Halimbawa, Ginoong Speaker, sa junior high school, meron po tayong mga subjects na katumbas ng nakafocus sa subjects ng Filipino, English, Mathematics at Science. Sa English, mayroon tayong oral communication, reading and writing. Sa Math, meron tayong general mathematics at statistics and probability. Pagdating naman sa agham, meron tayong 3 mga particular na subjects sa junior high school, mula sa Earth and Life Science, Physical Science, at ang Disaster Readiness at Risk Reduction. Okay. Sa Filipino naman, meron tayong 2 laang subjects, ang komunikasyon at pananaliksik, at pangalawa, ang pagbasa at pagsusuri ng iba't ibang teksto tungo sa pananaliksik. Ginoong Speaker, ang lahat ng ito ay kinukuha na subjects sa junior high school hanggang senior high school. Ngunit pagdating sa kolehiyo, tanging ang English, Mathematics at Science na lamang ang may katumbas na asignatura. Wala na ho yan pagdating sa Filipino at maging sa panitikan. Dulot nito, Mr. Speaker, mayroon pong mga natala ng state universities and colleges na nagbuwag ng kanilang mga departamento ng Filipino at panitikan. Ngunit dulot rin ng asersyon, no, at bilang pagkilala doon sa tungkulin ng ating Estado na dapat mapanatili at tuloy-tuloy ang pagpapaunlad sa Filipino at panitikan. Kung mayroong nagbuwag ng mga departamento ng Filipino at panitikan, mayroon din naman na nanindigan na mapanatili, nabigyan ng pondo, mapanatili na nakatindig ang kanilang mga departamento ng Filipino at panitikan. Bunga nito ng ng pangkabuang mga pagsisikap sa paninindigan ng pagpapalakas ng ating wikang pambansa. Nagkaisa ang mga guro ng wika at mga manunulat ng saliksik at panitikang Filipino, kasama ng mga estudyante at kanilang mga magulang na manindigan laban sa nasabing palisiya na nakapaloob sa CHED Memorandum 20 Series of 2013. At mapaigting pa ang mga aksyon para sa paghuhubog ng makabayang edukasyon. Ngayong dumaranas ho ang ating bayan ng umiigting na krisis mula sa paglala ng gutom, ng kahirapan dulot na rin ng kawalan ng trabaho o kulang sa trabaho at pangaagaw ng lupa mula sa mga magsasaka at habang isinasangla rin ang ating soberanya sa mga mabibigat at mapanganib na mga kasunduan, obligasyon ng ating Estado na sustinihin at palakasin ang wikang pambansa bilang wika ng pagkakaisa ng sambayanang Pilipino sa batayan ng pagpapaunlad at pagpapayaman ng mga wikang katutubo. Ang kabataan sa ganitong pagsisikap ay lubos na sumusuporta sa nasimulan ng pagkalap ng mga lagda ng pagkakaisa na nakapaloob sa pahayag ng pagkakaisa para sa makabayang edukasyon. Ito po ay sinulat at napangunahan ng Tanggol Wika, ang alyansang nanguna sa pakikibaka para sa pananatili ng Filipino at panitikan sa kolehiyo. At siya ring alyansa na kapatid na organisasyon ng Alyansa ng mga Tagapagtanggol ng Kasaysayan o Tanggol Kasaysayan. Sa gitna ng kabi-kabilang banta sa ating soberanya at patuloy na pagpapahirap sa sambayanan, dapat tiyakin na ang sistema ng edukasyon ay nakabatay sa mga pangangailangan ng sambayanan at humuhubog ng mga makabayang manggagawa, mga profesional, na nakakaunawa sa mga realidad at suliranin ng mga komunidad sa ating bayang Pilipinas. At gayon din, Ginoong Speaker, mag-aambag sa paglulutas ng mga problema ng ating bayan kasama ang kanilang mga lingkod bayan. Ngayon, higit kailanman, kailangang manindigan ang mga nagmamahal sa ating bansa at mga nagsusulong ng makabayang edukasyon upang ipagtanggol at panatilihin ang mga asignaturang ito. Ang edukasyong makabayan ang siyang hahawa ng landas at magsisilbing gabay ng mamamayan tungo sa tunay na kalayaan at kaunlaran. Filipino, ang tulay natin sa mabisang komunikasyon at pananaliksik na nakaugat sa mga pangangailangan ng bayan. Panitikan, ang magpapatatag sa ating pagpapahalaga sa sariling kultura at magpapalalim sa ating pagka-Pilipino. Philippine History Subject, ang sandata natin laban sa pagkalimot sa mga aral ng kasaysayan at tulay sa pagpaplano ng magandang bukas ng ating bansa. Sa ganitong diwa, Mr. Speaker, nananawagan po kami sa ating mga kapwa mambabatas sa kapulungang ito, sa lahat ng sangay at ahensya ng gobyerno na gawin ang lahat ng kanilang makakaya upang maisakatuparan ang mga susunod na panawagan. Ipagtanggol at panatilihin ang mandatoring asignaturang Filipino at panitikan sa kolehiyo, ibalik ang Philippine history sa high school, isulong ang makabayang edukasyon, itaguyod ang sistemang pang-edukasyon na nakabatay sa pangangailangan ng sambayanan. Mr. Speaker, isa rin po sa mga inspirasyon ng mga kabataan ang pakahulugan ng nasyonalismo na nailatag ni Commissioner Rene Sarmiento noong sila ay nag-uusap, nagdedebate, nagtatalakay tungkol sa definition ng Filipino sa Saligang Batas ng 1987. And I quote, "Filipino nationalism is the determination to uphold the sovereignty of the Filipino people, the right of the Filipinos to freely decide the destiny of the nation. That is, the kind of government we should have and who should run it, what is the common good and how to attain it, how our society should be structured, how the wealth of our land and seas should be used, developed, and shared, and how our culture should be preserved and enhanced. Filipino nationalism is more than patriotism. It is more than the love of land and people, loyalty to flag and country, and readiness to sacrifice personal interest for the common good. It is the firm resolve never to allow our people to be dominated, controlled by foreign powers or domestic tyrants, and to oppose totalitarianism, imperialism, and hegemony with all the means at our command. End of quote. Ito po ang tipo ng makabayan na hindi maituturo ng mga hindi demokratikong mga patakaran at hakbang na lunsaran ng mga abuso, diskriminasyon, korupsyon, at siyang pumipigil pa sa ating mga iskolar ng bayan, mga kabataan, mga estudyante na ginagamit ang kanilang mga karapatang sibil at politikal para igiit ang karapatan at kagalingan hindi lang ng kanilang sektor, hindi lang ng kanilang mga sariling pamilya, kundi ng buong pamayanan. Para sa buhay na tunay na panatag, malayo sa pangamba, may katarungan at hustisya. Ang diwang makabayan na isaalang-alang ang interes ng bayan at mamamayang Pilipino higit sa lahat. Ginoong Speaker, napakarami din pong mga nagtatanong sa atin. Hindi ba tayo napapagod? Hindi ba tayo nalilito? At tuwing tayo ay nasa loob ng espasyo ng kapulungan na ito, kung saan tayo ay nagbabahagi ng boses ng mga kabataan. Ang ating sinasagot sa kanila at ibinabahagi na rin mula sa mga malalaking espasyo ng usapan, sa mga fora, sa mga debate, sa mga diskusyon. Ang sinasagot ng representasyon na ito, kung nasa ating isip at diwa at ang ating gawa, na ang ating party list representation, ang bagong politika na hawak natin, ay para sa tao, nagsisilbi sa tao, para sa kabataan, at para sa bayan, at para sa kinabukasan ng ating bansa. Hindi tayo mapapagod. Kung mapapagod man ay magpapahinga. Hindi rin naman tayo magkakanya-kanya dahil tayo po ay nakasalalay sa pagsasama-sama ng mga kalakasan, ng paninindigan at pagsisikap ng iba't ibang mga kabataan, hindi lang dito sa Pilipinas, kundi sa buong mundo. Hindi rin po tayo malilito kapag bawat isa sa atin ay laging nagpapaalala na ang mga kabataan sa loob at labas ng paglilingkod dito sa Kongreso, sa local government o sa kanilang mga eskwelahan o sa kanilang mga barangay ay mga pag-asa ng bayan. At ito po ay hamon na patuloy na tatanggapin at pagsisikapan hindi lang ng representasyon ng kabataan, kundi isipin po natin na ang lahat ng ating mga ginagawa, mga proyekto, mga iba't ibang aktibidad, ay pagtatanim na rin ng inspirasyon para sa mga susunod na henerasyon ng mga Pilipino. Para po sa kaalaman ng ating mga kapwa mambabatas na naririto, mamaya po hanggang 5:30 p.m. ang planning, sharing. Sa totoo lang, magkakaroon pa yan ng mga debate tungkol sa iba't ibang posisyon ng kabataan sa mga issue. Bukod sa mga debate, kung meron mang mga disagreements, meron din namang mga unities. Inaanyayahan ko po ang lahat sa South Wing Annex sa Belmonte Hall. Maaari po kayong dumaan doon, mag-hi, mag-hello, o magpaabot ng inyong mensahe sa mga kabataan, mga pag-asa ng bayan. Muli, maraming salamat Mr. Speaker, isang mapagpalayang buwan ng wikang pambansa sa lahat. At muli, sa mga kabataang Pilipino at sa kabataan ng buong mundo, Happy International Day po sa inyo. Happy International Youth Day sa inyong lahat. Maraming salamat po.
Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we refer the privileged speech of the Honorable Sara Ilago of the Kabataan Party List to the Committee on Rules. So moved.
The privileged speech of the Honorable Sara Elago of the Party List Kabataan is hereby referred to the Committee on Rules.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we terminate the privilege hour.
Is there any objection? Chair hears none. Motion is approved and the privilege hour is terminated.
Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend session.
Session suspended.
mag-serve ng mga ano. Oo. Ed. Kayo na, di ba mapapagod? Kasama natin sa Korea.
BH.
Talking with them.
Session resumed. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we kindly acknowledge the guest of the Honorable Eduardo, Brother Eddie C. Villanueva of the SIBAC Party List. They are the SIBAC Provincial and City Coordinators from Regions 3, NCR, and 4A. They are the guest of Brother Eddie C.
Will
Villanueva.
the guests rise, please? The guests of the Honorable Villanueva are welcome in the House of Representatives. Thank you for your visit. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we kindly acknowledge the guest of the Honorable Anthony Peter Onyx D. Crisologo, 1st District Representative of Quezon City, Mr. Paulo D. Castro, and Mr. Anthony Veray. They are the guests of the Honorable Anthony Peter Onyx D. Crisologo.
Will the guests please rise? The guests of the Honorable Crisologo are welcome in the House of Representatives. Thank you for your visit. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we kindly acknowledge the guest of the Honorable Henry R. Villarica, representative of the 4th District of Bulacan. They are on educational tour from the city of Maykawayan and the boy or girl officials of 2019.
Yes, please rise. The guests of the Honorable Villarica are welcome in the House of Representatives. Thank you for your visit.
They are the guests from the SK Federation President Crisanto Nino Caparas, Councilor Jeremy Codulalia, Ms. Agnes Junalin Cayaban, and Ms. Hilda L. Ramos.
Thank you for your visit.
Mr. Speaker, may we kindly acknowledge the guests of the Honorable Sarah Jane I. Elago, Representative, Kabataan Party List. The list of organizations that are present right now, the guests are from the 12th National Parliament, 350 Org, Anakbayan Laguna, Anakbayan Philippine Normal University, Arellano University School of Law, ASEAN Youth Engagement Summit, Ateneo de Manila University, Atenista Laban sa Kaliwa Dam, Bulacan State University, Cagayan State University Caraig Campus, Cavite State University, Central Escolar Integrated School Malolos Campus, Competitive Youth Association, College Editors Guild of the Philippines, Dr. Yangas College Incorporated, Girls for Peace, Golden Success College, Far Eastern University, Fiat Publication, Footprints of the Akeanon, France Volunteers Philippines, Highway Club, Kabataan Party List Quezon City, Kabataan Party List Vito Cruz, League of the Filipino Students, University of the Philippines College of Social Science and Philosophy, Lyceum of the Philippines University Manila, Lyceum of the Philippines University Manila Central Student Government, Mapua University, Millennials PH, National Teachers College, National Union of Students of the Philippines, NIIG. Now you know, Office of the Vice Governor Batangas, Paco Catholic School, Pamantaan ng Kabuay, Pamantaan ng Lungsod ng Maynila, Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila, Commission on Collegiate and Civic Affairs, Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Muntinlupa, Philippine Normal University, Philippine Women's University Student Diplomatic Corps, Polytechnic University of the Philippines College of Law, Polytechnic University of the Philippines Economics Research Society, PUP Quezon City, PUP Santa Mesa, Quezon City Science High School, Quezon City Youth Confederation, Quezon City Youth Parliament, Rise Up, Roga Youth Organization, San Sebastian College, Sangguniang Kabataan Santo Lucia, Sangguniang Kabataang Barangay Mediasyon 2B, Santa Rosa City Youth Council, She Decides, Social Club, Society of Jesus, Tanong Integrated School, Technical University of the Philippines, Universidad ng Manila, University of Caloocan City, University of the East, University of Makati, University of the Philippines Diliman, University of the Philippines, Los Baños Perspective, University of the Philippines, Manila, University of the Philippines, Manila College of Public Health Student Council, University of Santo Tomas, Youth Act Now Against Tyranny, Young Environmental Forum, Youth Climate Navigators, Youth for Christ, San Fabian Parish, San Fabian, Pangasinan, Youth for Human Rights Democracy, Youth Strike for Climate PH, Youth Unbound Southern Tagalog, Kabataan Party List Quezon City Youth Confederation, Carlos L. Aber High School. These are the guests of the Honorable Sara Ilagan.
Will the numerous guests of the Honorable Ilago please rise? Thank you for your visit. Welcome to the House of Representatives. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, may we kindly acknowledge the guests of our Majority Floor Leader, Honorable Ferdinand Martin G. Romualdez, Representative, 1st District of Leyte, and Tingog Sinirangan Party List Representative, Honorable Yeda Marie K. Romualdez. They are the guests from Town Alang-Alang of the 1st District of Leyte, Vice Mayor Edwin Humadio, Sangguniang Bayan members Kenneth Spice de Veira, Elmer Matubato, Epifania Salazar, Vernon Holibitado, Ricardo Neil Yusores, Rodolfo Cabalona, Sherlyn T. Borja, and Councilors of Mayo Ifugao, Honorable Eugene Lim Ang, and Honorable Pedro Acapen Sr. They are the guests of the Honorable Majority Floor Leader Ferdinand Martin G. Romualdez and Honorable Yeda Marie K. Romualdez.
Will the guests of the Honorable Martin Romualdez and the Honorable Yeda Romualdez please rise? Thank you for your visit. Welcome to the House of Representatives. Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, we move for the suspension
Session suspended.
session.
Idol. Hanapan ko pa yung mag-interpolate. X, brother.
sa isa-isa.
Ready na? The session is resumed.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, I move to nominate and elect the following persons for the Committee on Ecology. Chairperson, Glona Labad-Labad. Vice Chairpersons, Jose Bong Teves Jr., Sunny Mangawang, Luisa Quaresma. As members, Rufino Biason, Jose Benitez, Juni Cua, Fred Chow, Maria Acosta Alba, Cheryl Deloso, Gil Acosta, Siriaco Gato, Tado, Solomon Chongalao, Jocelyn Limcay Chong, Julian Baronda, Duke Frasco, Ramon Velasco Jr., Faustino Inudi, Adolf Edward Plaza. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, I move to nominate and elect the following for the Committee on Bicol Development and Resiliency. Chairperson, Jocelyn Fortuno. Vice Chairperson, Larny Cayetano, Alfred De Los Santos. Members, Joey Salceda, Tuts Panotes, Josefina Tagliado, Elizalde Co, Ronnie Ong, Narciso Bravo Jr. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to nominate and elect the following for the Committee on Social Services. Chairperson, Sandra Irigel. Vice Chairpersons, Pastra Daza, Emery Wano Dison, Marisa Andaya. Members, Geraldo Valmayor, Elias Bulut, Manny Lopez, Carmelo Lasatin II, Josefina Tagliado, Janice Salimbangon, Juliet Ferrer, Diego T., Joy Tambunting, Vincent Duque Frasco, Angelo Barba, Michael Goricheta, Yeda Marie Romualdez, Jocelyn Tulfo, Francis Abaya, Romel Angara. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to nominate and elect the following for the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization. Chairperson Eric Olivares, Vice Chairpersons Bong Suntay, Eric Yap, and Duke Frasco. As members, Ramon Nolasco Jr., Joel Sakdalan, Clarex Uy, Joel Almario, Francis Gerard Abaya, Wesley Gatchalian, Michael Duavit, Marisa Andaya, Manuel Lopez. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, move to nominate and elect the following for the Committee on Government Reorganization. Chairperson Mario Vittorio Marino, Vice Chairperson Jose Gay Padiernos, members Khalid Dimaporo, Tuts Panotes, Joey Salceda, Mark Go, Buboy Tupas, Ching Veloso, Jose Jun Ong Jr., Ron Salo, Presley De Jesus, Yeda Marie Romualdez, Ian Paul D. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Hence, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to nominate and elect the following as Vice Chairpersons on the Committee on Housing and Urban Development: Marvy Marino and Micaela Violago. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to nominate and elect the following as members for the Committee on Accounts: Sunny Mangawang, Josal Fortuno, Eliandro Madrona, Rogelio Roque, Eduardo Gullas, Raul Tupas, Joseph Bernos, Estrelita Swansing, Mike Goricheta, Angelo Barba, Divina Grace Yu, Alfred Vargas, Elisa Co, Josephine Taliado, Onyx Crisologo, Clarex Uy, Sandra Erigel, Kiko Benitez, Marisol Panotes, Carl Cari, Kiko Benitez, Jonathan Flores, Bem Noel, Jose Padiernos, Alfred de los Santos, Pedro Garbin, Romeo Momo, Eric Yap, Sandro Gonzalez, Michael Aglipay, Sunny Lagon, Christian Unabia, Pastor Daza, Alan Reyes, Pablo Ortega, Cheryl Deloso, Abdullah Di Vaporo, Siriaco Gato, Cesar Jimenez, Solomon Chungalao, Peter Calderon, Dalia Loyola, Nueva, Luis Campos, Faustino Michael D. III, Gerardo Valmayor, John Ray Tianco, J. Lacson Noel, Diego T., Micaela Violago, White Curat Zamora, and Hector Sanchez. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Hence, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, there's an error here on number 28 of the said list. Pido Garbin, we wish to correct the list to exclude the name of Pido Garbin. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The correction is upheld. The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, I move to nominate and elect the following for the Metro Manila Development Committee: Vice Chairpersons Egay Erice, Eric Martinez, Precious Castelo, Aloy Shalim; members Wes Gatchalian, Camille Villar, Lani Cayetano, Joy Tambunting, John Marvin Nieto, Jonathan C. Alvarado, Strike Revilla, Edward Maceda, Bayani Fernando, Roman Romulo, John Ray Tianco, Fidel Nograles, Along Malapitan, Rufino Biazon, Onyx Crisologo, Alfred Vargas, Bong Suntay, Ronaldo Zamora, Eric Martinez, Antonio Calixto, Romulo Peña, Stella Kimbo, Aini Fuentabella, Vincent Garcia, Virgilio Lacson, Francisco Datol, Luis Campos, Alan Reyes, Cristal Bagatsing. I so move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, move to nominate and elect the following for the Committee on Public Works and Highways: Vice Chairpersons Romeo Momo, Alfred de los Santos, Luisa Quaresma, Mike Goricheta, Angelo Barba, John Flores. As members, Resurrection Acop, Leo Cueva, Strike Revilla, Rashidin Matba, Alfelito Bascug, Samantha Vargas, Alfonso, Tony Pet Albano, Juliet Uy, Faustino Inodi, Jose Tejada, Ramon Gico, Frederick Shaw, Sunny Mangawang, Mark Go, Maximo Dalog, Marvin Marino, Eduardo Gullas, J.B. Bernos, Noli Celeste, Jeff Konghun, Joy Fortuno, Chodorico Jaresco, Munir Arbison, Ansauruddin Adjong, Christopher Edgo, Eric Martinez, Leonardo Babasa, Carl Cari, Onyx Crisologo, Janice Limbangon, Ann Hofer, Ramon Nolasco Jr., Joel Sakdalan, Joy Tambunting, Samir Tan, John Marvin Cruz, Maria Angel Matba, Alan Duali, Eliza Co, Henry Villarica, Gerardo Jomer Espino, Wilton Co, Maria Fe Abunda, Eric Yap, Elizaldo Co, Romel Angara. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Therefore, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to nominate and elect the following to the Committee on the North Luzon Triangle: As chairperson, the Honorable J.B. Bernos. As vice chairpersons, the Honorables Joseph Lara, Ramon Guico III, and as members, the Honorable Sandra Erigel, Jumel Espino, Ramon Nolasco Jr., Christopher Edgo, Mark Go, Sunny Mangawang, Eugenio Barba, Noli Celeste, Siriaco Gato, Christine Mihan, Ian Paul D., Michael D., Tony Pet Albano, Ino D., Sheena Tan, Ramon Nolasco Jr., nominated and elected to the Committee on North Luzon Triangle, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to nominate and elect to the Committee on Interparliamentary Relations and Diplomacy the following members. As chairperson, the Honorable Divine Yu. As vice chairpersons, the Honorables Samantha Vargas Alfonso, Juliet Ferrer, Maria Teresa Collantes, Precious Castelo, Neil Roque. And as members, the Honorables Michael Duavit, Wilfredo Enverga, Charlie Cojuanco, Manuel Lopez, Aris Aumentado, Wesley Gatchalian, Resurrection Acop, Juliet Uy, Jonathan C. Alvarado, Onyx Crisologo, Micaela Violago, Camille Villar, nominated and elected to the Committee on Interparliamentary Relations and Diplomacy, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, I move to nominate and elect the following to the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities and Indigenous People. As chairperson, the Honorable Sunny Mangawang. As vice chairpersons, the Honorable Amihilda Sangkopan, Fidel Nograles, Elias Bulut, and as members, the Honorables Leonardo Babasa Jr., Juni Kua, Carmelo Lasatin, Solomon Chungalao. As members of the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities and Indigenous Peoples. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, just a few corrections. For Vice Chairperson of Metro Manila Development, to be read, the Senior Vice Chairman was Egay Erice. And there are two mistakes, Mr. Chairman, on the entries. We move to exclude Stella Kimbo and Francisco Datol from the membership on behalf of the majority. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The correction is upheld and the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, there was an error on the part of the majority. We excluded the name of Sandra Erkel as number 20, member of the Committee on Accounts. So we move to include Sandra Erkel as a member of the Committee on Accounts. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to nominate and elect the following as members of the Committee on Transportation. As Vice Chairpersons, the Honorable Along Malapitan, Romeo Momo, Aloysia Lim. As member, the Honorable Eric Yap, nominated and elected as members of the Committee on Transportation. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to nominate and as Assistant Majority Floor Leader, the Honorable Michael Aglipay. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move for the change of referral of the following measures. First, House Bill number 111, ensuring the fundamental equality of men and women under the laws on marriage and family relations, from the Committee on Population and Family Relations to the Committee on Women and Gender Equality. Second, House Bills number 303 and 545, establishing a Philippine High School for Sports, from the Committee on Basic Education and Culture to the Committee on Youth and Sports Development. Third, House Bill number 606, providing for the restoration of mandatory military training for all grade 11 and grade 12 students, from the Committees on Basic Education and Culture and National Defense and Security to the Committee on Basic Education and Culture. And fourth and last, House Bill number 3313, creating the Department of Migration and Development, from the Committees on Government Reorganization and Justice to the Committees on Government Reorganization and Overseas Workers Affairs. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move for a few minutes suspension. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
The session is suspended.
Mogya po na sa una.
The session is resumed.
Mr. Speaker, a few corrections first. Move to correct the list of the list of members of the Committee on Metro Manila Development, to strike out the name of Bayani Fernando from the majority. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
And another correction, Mr. Speaker, for the Committee on Public Works and Highways. It was inadvertently read as Gerardo Espino Jr. It should be Gerardo Espina Jr. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The correction is upheld. The motion, therefore, is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move to recognize Representative Janet Garin for the minority to read their election of members for the different committees. So move, Mr. Speaker.
The Majority Floor Leader is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, I move that we elect the following member as senior member to the Committee on Accounts, the Honorable Isagani Amatong. Additional members to the Committee on Accounts, the Honorable Arnulfo Teves Jr., the Honorable Gabriel Bordado Jr., the Honorable Maria Victoria Umali, and the Honorable Irene Baya Saulug. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect as senior member to the Committee on Agriculture and Food, the Honorable Argel Joseph Kabatbat. We further move, Mr. Speaker, as additional members to the Committee on Agriculture and Food, the Honorable Isagani Amatong, the Honorable Gabriel Bordado Jr., the Honorable Euphemia Coliamat, and the Honorable Arnulfo Teves Jr. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none, therefore the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We move from, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect the following members as representatives from the minority bloc to the Committee on Appropriations. The Honorable Sergio de Gooc, the Honorable Godofredo Guya, the Honorable Gabriel Bordado Jr., the Honorable Stella Luz Kimbo, the Honorable Angelica Natasha Co, the Honorable Franz Castro, the Honorable Elizalde Co, the Honorable Alex Advincula, the Honorable Isagani Amatong, the Honorable Argel Joseph Kabatbat, and the Honorable Arnulfo Teves Jr. I further move, Mr. Speaker, that on behalf of the minority, we elect as senior member to the Committee on Aquaculture and Fisheries Resources, the Honorable Argel Joseph Kabatbat, and as additional member, the Honorable Isagani Amatong. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none, therefore the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Again, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect to the Committee on Constitutional Amendments as senior member, the Honorable Arnulfo Teves Jr., and additional members, the Honorable Franz Castro, the Honorable Alfredo Garbin, the Honorable Lawrence Fortun, and the Honorable Argel Joseph Kabatbat. Further, Mr. Speaker, we move that we elect the following members on behalf of the minority as additional members to the Committee on Ecology, the Honorable Irene Baya Saulog and the Honorable Euphemia Coliamat. Further, Mr. Speaker, we move on behalf of the minority that we elect the Honorable Sergio de Gooc as senior member to the Committee on Energy and as additional members to the Committee on Energy the following congressmen: the Honorable Godofredo Guya, the Honorable Elizalde Co, the Honorable Carlos Isagani Sarate, and the Honorable Isagani Amatong. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect as senior member to the Committee on Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Isagani Amatong, and additional members to said committee, the Honorable Elizalde Co and the Honorable Arlene Brozas. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, I move that we elect as senior member to the Committee on Games and Amusement, the Honorable Arnulfo Teves Jr., and as additional members, on behalf of the minority to the Committee on Games and Amusement, the Honorable Jose Bonito Singson. Apologies, Mr. Speaker. In lieu of the Honorable Bonito Singson, the Honorable Irene Baya Saulog, the Honorable Elizalde Co, the Honorable Isagani Amatong, and the Honorable Gabriel Bordado Jr. Further, Mr. Speaker, we move on behalf of the minority that we elect the following members as additional members of the Committee on Government Enterprises and Privatization, the Honorable Arlene Brosas and the Honorable Ferdinand Gaite. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect as senior member to the Committee on Government Reorganization the Honorable Sir Hio de Gook, and as additional members to the Committee on Government Reorganization the Honorable Franz Castro and the Honorable Ferdinand Gaite. Further, Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect the Honorable Gabriel Bordado Jr. as senior member of the Committee on Higher and Technical Education, and as additional members to the Committee on Higher and Technical Education the Honorable Irene Baya Saulog, the Honorable Sarah Jane Elago, and the Honorable Nika Ko. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect as senior member to the Committee on Housing and Urban Development the Honorable Stella Luz Kimbo. As additional member to the said committee, the Honorable Arlene Brosas. Further, Mr. Speaker, as senior member to the Committee on Human Rights, the Honorable Lawrence Fortun, and additional members, the Honorable Argel Joseph Kabatbat, the Honorable Maria Victoria Umali, and the Honorable La Luz Kimbo. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect a senior member to the Committee on Indigenous Cultural Communities and Indigenous People, the Honorable Euphemia Kulyamat, and as additional member, the Honorable Arlene Brosas. We further move, Mr. Speaker, that we elect a senior member to the Committee on Transportation, the Honorable Gabriel Bordado Jr., and as additional members to said committee, the Honorable Sir Hio de Gook, the Honorable Alfredo Garbin, and the Honorable Isagani Amatong. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none, therefore the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, we move on behalf of the minority that we elect a senior member to the Committee on Ways and Means, the Honorable Stella Luz Kimbo, and additional members to the Committee on Ways and Means, the Honorable Arlene Brosas, the Honorable Alfredo Garbin, and the Honorable Alex Advincola. Further, Mr. Speaker, we move that we elect a senior member to the Committee on Youth and Sports Development, the Honorable Sarah Jane Elago, and as additional member, the Honorable Irene Baya Saulog. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect the Honorable Gabriel Bordado Jr. as senior member to the Committee on Information and Communications Technology, and as additional members, the Honorable Franz Castro and the Honorable Elizalde Co. Further, Mr. Speaker, we move on behalf of the minority that we elect the Honorable Arlene Brosas as senior member to the Committee on Interparliamentary Relations and Diplomacy, as additional members, the Honorable Sarah Jane Elago, the Honorable Irene Baya Saulog, the Honorable Stella Luz Kimbo, and the Honorable Victoria Umali. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. We further move on behalf of the minority that we elect as senior member to the Committee on Justice, the Honorable Alfredo Garbin, and as additional members representing the minority, the Honorable Lawrence Fortun, the Honorable Alex Advincola, the Honorable Stella Luz Kimbo, and the Honorable Arnulfo Teves Jr. We further move, Mr. Speaker, that on behalf of the minority, we elect as senior member to the Committee on Legislative Franchises, the Honorable Arnulfo Teves Jr., and as additional members, the Honorable Gabriel Bordado Jr. and the Honorable Alfredo Garbin. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect the Honorable Isagani Amatong as senior member to the Committee on Local Government, and additional members, the Honorable Angelica Natasha Co, the Honorable Ferdinand Gaite, and the Honorable Sarah Jane Elago. We further move, Mr. Speaker, that we elect the Honorable Stella Luz Kimbo as senior member to the Metro Manila Development, and as additional member, the Honorable Arnolfo Teves Jr. We further move, Mr. Speaker, that on behalf of the minority, we elect as senior member to the Committee on Mindanao Affairs, the Honorable Eufemia Colyamat, and as additional members, the Honorable Sergio de Gooc, the Honorable Arnulfo Teves Jr., and the Honorable Lawrence Fortun. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none, therefore the motion is approved.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. On behalf of the minority, we move that we elect the Honorable Sal Dico as senior member to the Committee on Natural Resources, and as additional members, the Honorable Irene Baya Saulog, the Honorable Eufemia Colyamat, the Honorable Arlene Rosas, the Honorable Argel Joseph Kabatbat, and the Honorable Alex Advincola. We further move, Mr. Speaker, that we elect as senior member to the Committee on People's Participation, the Honorable Gabriel Bordado Jr., and as additional member, the Honorable Eufemia Colyamat. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the minority, we move that we elect as senior member to the Committee on Public Works and Highways, the Honorable Godofredo Guya, as additional members, the Honorable Angelica Natasha Co, the Honorable Isagani Amatong, the Honorable Stella Luz Kimbo, the Honorable Arnulfo Teves Jr., the Honorable Sergio de Gooc. Further, Mr. Speaker, so moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, earlier I moved that we elect on behalf of the minority as additional member to the Committee on Energy, the Honorable Carlos Isagani Zarate. However, Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Zarate has been elected as a member, as a deputy minority of the Committee on Rules, giving him a prerogative to be an ex officio member of all standing committees and special committees. With that, Mr. Speaker, allow me to move that we withdraw the election of the Honorable Carlos Isagani Zarate as a member, as a regular member of the Committee on Energy, but he stays as an ex officio member of the Committee on Energy. So move, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, we move for a few minutes suspension. So move, Mr. Speaker.
The session is suspended. The session is resumed.
Mr. Speaker? Mr.
Yes.
Speaker? Thank you. Mr. Speaker, may we please recognize the guests of the Honorable Corazon Nunez Malanyaon, representative of the 1st District of Davao Oriental. Namely, Vice Mayor Melody Ann Benitez, Councilors Vili Clovis Cayetano, Gerardo Dumaan Jr., Jamaica Balante, Gallardo Hernaiz, Daisy Jane Pulancos, Franklin Cayetano Jr., Eutikio Pagsak Jr., Brian Cruz. Liga ng mga Barangay President Orly Benaning, IP Representative Rican Caligonan, SK Federation President Camille Bantayan, SB Secretary Engineer Danny Escalante, Ms. Kim Mori Labuan, Engineer Mark Anthony Mocam, Mr. Crisalde Benitez, and Ms. Christine Banugan, Tribal Chieftain. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
The guests of Honorable Corazon Malanyaon are recognized. Please stand up. Welcome to the halls of Congress. Majority
Mr.
Leader.
Speaker? Yes, Mr. Speaker, I move to suspend the session.
The session is suspended.
Sige na.
Pinatawag ako sa taas ni Speaker.
The session is resumed.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to nominate and elect as members of the Committee on Economic Affairs the following: as chairperson, the Honorable Sharon Garin; as vice chairpersons, the Honorable Horacio Swansing and the Honorable Juni Kua, nominated and elected to the Committee on Economic Affairs. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to nominate and elect the following members of the Committee on National Defense: as Vice Chairperson, the Honorable Adolf Edward Plaza; as members, the Honorables Vicente Veloso, Narciso Bravo Jr., nominated and elected as members of the Committee on National Defense. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? There being none, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to nominate and elect as Vice Chairperson of the Committee on Housing and Urban Development, the Honorable Marvin Yul Servo Nieto, Vice Chairperson of the Committee on Housing and Urban Development. So moved, Mr. Chair.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none, therefore the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I move that we adjourn. Mr. Speaker, I withdraw the motion to adjourn. Neil Roque, J.B. Bernos, Cyril Abueg, Saldivar, Mike Rosetta, Jose Tejada. Mr. Speaker, on behalf of the majority, we move to nominate and elect as members of the Committee on Defense, National Defense and Security, as Vice Chairpersons, the Honorable Neil Roque, the Honorable J.B. Bernos, and as members, the Honorables Cyril Abueg Zaldivar, Mike Goriseta, Jose Tejada, and Frederick Xiao. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The chair hears none, therefore the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, we move to correct an earlier reading of the name of a colleague nominated and elected to the Committee on Public Works and Highways. Instead of Honorable John Marvin Cruz, it should be the Honorable John Marvin Nieto. So moved, Mr. Speaker.
Is there any objection? The correction, therefore, is upheld. Hence, the motion is approved.
Mr. Speaker, I reiterate my previous motion to adjourn. Adjournment will take place now, and session will resume depending on the holiday. If the ending of Eid al-Fitr falls on Sunday, Eid al-Adha, excuse me, Mr. Speaker, falls on Sunday, the 11th, we will resume on August 12th at 3 o'clock. But if the holiday falls on the 12th, as declared, we will resume on the 13th at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, Mr. Speaker. So moved.
The session is adjourned.